Hey there everyone, thanks again for tuning in to Sin's Workshop. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Alright, today we're going to be talking about Princes and Promises. So this is part 2 in a series, the Rosetta Academy. I will tell you, you do not need to read the first novel in order to understand what's happening in this novel. My understanding is of Curses and Kisses, I think is the first novel. I could easily just look in here and it would tell me, right? Right? Not tell me. Nope. I'm pretty sure that that's the title of the first book. Looks just like this, but pink. Follows two different other characters. So this one is kind of a contemporary modern retelling of the Frog Prince. It does have some fantastical elements to it, but if I were to categorize this, it would just be young adult fiction, not young adult science fiction fantasy. And I would know. The other day at work, I completely retooled the entire young adult section. And yeah, my 7.5 month pregnant, 8 months, my 8-month self decided, yeah, this is a good endeavor for me. Needless to say, later in the day, my back was killing me, I had sciatic pain, and I was just not, no, shouldn't have done that by myself. In any case, I would like to also thank Simon & Schuster for sending me a copy of this book to read and review. Now, Frog Prince, right? Girl kisses frog, and he transforms from a frog into a handsome prince that she weds, right? We all know the story. Or at least a rendition of, ooh, daughter's kicking. Or at least a rendition of the story, right? I liked the contemporary feel of the narrative. I wish I still had the slip of paper. The publishers, they'll give you like a nice rundown of the book when they send out ARCs, like physical ARCs. And I wish I still had that paper, but I already recycled it. I like the contemporary feel of it. You know, I like our two characters. We have Katerina and Rahul. I like them as characters, and I do like that they're both kind of going through their own thing. Katerina, she just got out of a breakup. Her boyfriend was cheating on her. You know, I do think maybe some elements of the story were in the previous novel, but they were just kind of there in the back, because it's a story that focuses on two different characters. So same setting, same universe, whole set of different characters. She's gonna break up. You know, she's like the queen bee of school, at the Rosetta Academy, and her princely boyfriend, not really a prince, I'm just saying that for cliches, was cheating on her. And yeah, I mean, her entire world is kind of shaken up because everyone thought, oh, you two were so in love. And she had a moment with Rahul at the winter formal, you know, so now it's back, everyone's back from winter break, right? And turns out her ex-boyfriend is going to be going to some party, gala, whatever, with a supermodel. And she's just like, oh, hell no. You are not going to outshine me in this whole we've moved on dynamic, right? So Rahul, she enlists him. She's like, look, I'm going to make you prettier, you know? We're going to do a whole makeover just for you, you know? And it doesn't quite work out the way she'd hoped, but she does get this, you know, little container of hair gel that's said to be transformative, and she gives it to Rahul, and something happens. He's RC now. Um, he has more confidence. He's suave. He's just everything his family wants him to be. And here's the thing with Rahul, you really do feel for him, and he even brings it up. He does bring it up. He's like, yeah, everyone thinks I'm on the autistic spectrum, but I'm really not. And I wish I had highlighted that segment when he's talking to her, because he's really just kind of blunt. He doesn't know how to read the room, really. He is just I wish I'd found it. I wish I had tabbed it. I really need to start tabbing things. But I don't really know what's important until I okay, wait. No, that's fine. No, that's not it either. God. But it is a thing, you know. He is aware that his social interactions with people aren't the norm. He doesn't really know how to interact with people. And his family, here's the thing, this is what his family does. You know, his mother is a politician, and instead of using him, whenever they do family portraits, they use his cousin, who looks like him, but is better and more acceptable by their standards. So you gotta figure that kind of really does damper his confidence. You know, your own family doesn't even think well of you. They have a stand-in for you. Like, that's kind of shitty. You ask me. That's really shitty. So he does have a lot of insecurities about who he is. You know, he just likes chess, and he likes hanging out with his friends, and he doesn't really know how to read the room, and he is socially awkward. He is all of these things, but who cares? He has friends who love him and accept him for who he is. But still, to feel that kind of rejection from his family, I do think it is a very powerful point in the storytelling, because it does play forward, because Katerina also tried to transform him. You know? She's just like, we're going to transform you. The thing is, she only wanted to transform him for events, but when they are together privately, she prefers the socially awkward, nervous rambler Rahul, because he's genuine. You know, there's nothing fake about him. So when he starts being RC when they're together, she's just like, I don't want RC. I want Rahul, you know? And she's understanding her own flaws, and that she's like, oh my God, like, I just did what I criticized your family for doing to you. I'm such a shitty person. Like, no, I don't know. Like, so it's a really good dynamic. I do think Katerina is a little too perfect sometimes. She does recognize her own behavior. She does, I'll say that she does grow, but sometimes the things that she says, how self-aware she is, and how just conscious and considerate she is of Rahul, I'm just like, this seems a little too perfect. You know, borderline unbelievable kind of perfect for me to really connect to her as a character. I do like that she is recognizing her toxic behavior and growing from it, I'll say that. And I do like how she prefers Rahul over his alter ego RC. It's just like, you are perfect the way you are, and the way your family treats you is really shitty. Don't change. Don't change. Just be confident in you, you know? So I do like that dynamic, and I do like how Rahul is kind of starting to recognize that being RC isn't all it's cracked out to be. Yeah, he's got new, cooler, famous friends, but all of his original friends. You know, he's looking back and he's saying, "Wow, I've been a really shitty person to you guys who have loved me for who I am for as long as I've known you." You know, he's recognizing his own behavior as well, that he's been a really shitty human being. And woo, hair. And I just think that it's something worth noting for the characterization and the story development, because they do go hand in hand together. So it is a good story. You don't have to read the first one in order to understand everything that's going on in here. I just think that there are times when Katerina is just kind of like too peachy perfect for me, and I'm like, I kind of find her unbelievable as a character. I feel like Rahul is more of a relatable character. This has more relatable characteristics. He is a little bit more down to earth, whereas Katerina, I'm just like, yeah, you're smart, but I don't feel like any teenager your age is going to be that self-aware. But, you know, kudos to you for recognizing your toxic behavior and growing past it. Kudos to you. I do applaud that. I do think it does note what is considered toxic behavior with you and your friends. You know, if you're having that social toxic dynamic, maybe it is a good look at how those friendship dynamics work and how they can be healthy and how they can be unhealthy, and recognizing that behavior and changing it. So I do think that that was good on the author's part to incorporate Katerina and her friends and Rahul and his friends. You're seeing two completely different dynamics, and you're seeing what's healthy, what's not healthy, and how do you grow out of that kind of toxic behavior? You know, what do you do? So ultimately, you know, I did like the book. Is it something I would have purchased for myself? Probably not. I do like that little twinge, the jar. You know, that's literally the only fantastical element in here. The jar of gel that apparently just changes Rahul as a person. So that's the only fantastical element in the story. I did like it. I did think it was interesting. But it didn't wow me as much as I wanted it to. So I'd have to give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. It was good. Definitely worth the read. I do like, again, the social dynamics, and do like how the characters are seeing their toxic behavior, recognizing their toxic behavior, and rectifying, acknowledging their toxic behavior so they can grow beyond it. I do like that a lot. So once again, of Princes and Promises, I'm going to go ahead and give it 3.5. Yeah, we'll go 3.5. 3.5 out of 5 stars. If you want to go ahead and purchase the book, please, all I ask is that you purchase the book from your local bookseller or online book retailer. You can search on IndieBound and bookshop.org for an independently owned bookstore near you. You can also shop on Barnes & Noble or booksamillion.com and have the book shipped to you. I do know for a fact that Barnes & Noble does ship internationally. I just want us to support bookstores over Amazon. That's all I want. So please, support your booksellers, support your local independent booksellers. I don't care. Please just support books. Because, 1, I work at a bookstore. And 2, there's nothing better than just walking through the aisles and picking up that book. You know, just that book smell. I love that book smell. Book nerds, you know what I'm talking about. If money's tight, please check out the book from your local library. You can download the Libby app to get a digital or audiobook from your local library. And on that note, I hope you all will continue to support me here by liking this video, subscribing to my channel, and sharing it with all your book-loving friends. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and as always, happy reading.